Hi everyone. I was reading a book a little bit ago. It was about a missionary, and he was struggling to have any success with the local people. And he said they come to us for medical aid and for supplies and for money and all kinds of things, but there doesn't seem to be any real interest in their souls and anything eternal, spiritual. And then he made the comment that really stood out to me. He says, "I attribute this to our lack of fervency of prayer for them." And that struck me because I don't think it's something that I've ever said. But here's this man asking the question, well, have I exhausted all of my resources in reaching these people? I've been in their towns teaching and preaching. I've been going to their schools. I've been giving out aid, medical and otherwise. I've done all these things. Have I exhausted my ability to reach them? And his conclusion is, oh, you know what, I haven't. In fact, I've neglected one of the biggest things that I could do, and that is to pray for the softening of their hearts to this message. We all have people that we would like to see come to Christ, but at least in my experiences, churches don't take prayer that seriously. We're not devoted to it, like we read about in the very opening pages of the book of Acts, where the apostles were devoting themselves to prayer. A lot of us don't even know what that looks like, myself included, really. We, I think, do a pretty good job with Bible study, with doctrine, but when it comes to prayer, it seems like it's a virtue that many people in the past, hundreds, even 1,000 years ago, really thought was important, but that we have de-emphasized, maybe a little bit, maybe a lot of it. A return to that may do us a lot of good, and it might go a long way in our ability to reach the world, and recognizing that it's not going to be by our fancy doctrine or our ability to communicate the scriptures and just so, but it's going to be the power of God that does this work through us, and that in prayer we express our understanding of that and our recognition that it's God who's going to have to carry the day. So before we blame external factors, maybe this is something that we could think about. The truth is, it's always easier to blame other people and external factors for not achieving our goals. But do you think God's going to accept that? Especially when a lot of us spend a huge amount of time doing things that are spiritually kind of meaningless or eternally not very valuable. We've all got some more time that we could devote to prayer. At least I know that I do personally. There's some application in this for me, and maybe for you as well. So just a thought as to where we should pin responsibility first when we're talking about our mission to reach the world.